Daily location, fact, Dracha 310. Cappadocia, Turkey. Fact.
Travel far and wide, let's take flight. See the world's wonders, day and night.
Fact, Cappadocia's unusual landscape of cone-shaped rock formations known as fairy chimneys was created millions of years ago by volcanic eruptions and shaped by centuries of wind and water erosion. Cappadocia, the land of fairy chimneys and hidden cities. In the heart of central Turkey lies Cappadocia, a region that looks more like a scene from another world than a place on Earth. Known for its surreal rock formations, ancient cave dwellings, and underground cities, Cappadocia is one of the most geologically and culturally rich areas in the world. A landscape sculpted by nature. Cappadocia's landscape was born from violent volcanic activity millions of years ago. Ash and lava from ancient volcanoes, including Mount Erciyes and Mount Hasan, solidified into a soft rock called tuff. Over time, wind and rain eroded the tuff, creating tall, thin spires known as fairy chimneys. These unusual rock pillars, some standing more than 130 feet tall, dot the valleys and plateaus across the region. The soft nature of the volcanic rock made it ideal for carving, and early inhabitants of the region soon discovered they could hollow out the formations to create homes, churches, and even entire cities. Underground cities, a hidden world beneath the surface. One of Cappadocia's most fascinating features lies below ground. Beneath the fairy chimneys are vast underground cities, some extending as deep as 200 feet. The most famous of these are Derinkuyu and Kaymakli, which were capable of housing thousands of people. These subterranean cities were not just shelters, they were entire communities complete with ventilation shafts, stables, kitchens, and even wine cellars. They were used by early Christians to escape persecution and later by locals to protect themselves from invading armies. Derinkuyu alone could accommodate nearly 20,000 people and their livestock. What's even more impressive is that the ventilation systems, carved centuries ago, still function today. Cave churches and early Christian heritage Cappadocia also hold significant historical and religious value. During the early spread of Christianity, believers fleeing Roman persecution found refuge in the region's caves and carved churches into the soft stone. These cave churches are decorated with frescoes depicting scenes from the Bible, many of which remain vivid despite their age. The Göreme Open Air Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases some of the best preserved examples of these cave churches. The Dark Church, Dakin Karanlı Kilise, is especially renowned for its detailed artwork, protected for centuries from sunlight by its secluded location. Life above ground today, the fairy chimneys of Cappadocia are home to boutique cave hotels, restaurants, and art galleries. Locals have carried forward the tradition of living and working within the soft rock formations, giving the area a sense of continuity between the past and the present. Villages like Uçhisar, Göreme, and Ürgüp are popular starting points for visitors exploring the valleys and cliffs. In these areas, you'll find traditional Turkish handicrafts such as pottery, carpets, and onyx stone carvings that reflect the local culture. The balloon capital of the world, Cappadocia, is perhaps most famous today for its early morning hot air balloon flights. Hundreds of balloons rise with the sunrise each day, floating silently above the valleys and fairy chimneys. From above, the landscape looks like a vast, painted canvas and an endless stretch of honey-colored rock formations, winding canyons, and ancient dwellings. These balloon flights provide a rare opportunity to view the region's geography and history from a perspective once reserved for the birds. It's no wonder Cappadocia has become one of the most photographed destinations in Turkey.
What if I told you financial freedom is just 4 sales away? Not 100 sales a day, not 50, just 4. 4 sales per day equals $60,000 a year. Countdown to Freedom calculates your exact number, gives you a daily action plan and a 90-day roadmap to hit it. Calculate your freedom number right now. Free. Link in bio.
Seasonal transformations. The landscape of Cappadocia changes dramatically with the seasons. In spring, wildflowers bloom across the valleys. Summer brings golden hues and warm breezes, while autumn covers the terrain in rust and amber tones. Even in winter, snow blanket the fairy chimneys, creating an entirely different but equally breathtaking scene. Each season brings new life to the same ancient land. Now, cultural preservation and sustainability. As tourism continues to grow, Cappadocia faces challenges in preserving its delicate ecosystem and cultural heritage. Local communities and conservationists have worked together to regulate tourism, ensuring that the rock formations and frescoes are protected for future generations. Eco-friendly tourism initiatives encourage travelers to respect the environment and support local artisans. So, let's recap what you now know about Cappadocia. We started by getting some historical facts about the geological formation of Cappadocia, then the legend and science of the fairy chimneys. Had a quick visit to the hidden underground cities of Derinkuyu and Makli to see what life in an underground cave was like and how communities thrived beneath the earth. Took in the early Christian influence in Cappadocia. Imagine exploring the Gurame Open Air Museum with the local art of Cappadocian frescoes, a reminder of daily life in a cave, past and present. A bird's eye view of the rise of cave hotels and cultural tourism. I think a hot air balloons and aerial views of Cappadocia should be a bucket list entry. There is no better way to experience the seasonal changes and the beauty of the valleys. Hearing about the Turkish cuisine and local traditions in Cappadocia is no substitute for being there. Challenges of preservation and responsible tourism are always top of mind here at Travel with Glen. We encourage you to do your part. Support the role of artisans and handicrafts in the region. The future of Cappadocia. Balancing heritage and modernity is a responsibility to all. I hope you enjoyed the daily location fact, #310, about Cappadocia, Turkey. Now you know Cappadocia's unusual landscape of cone-shaped rock formations, known as fairy chimneys, was created millions of years ago by volcanic eruptions and shaped by centuries of wind and water erosion. Beneath the fairy tale-like landscape of Cappadocia lies a world carved by nature and shaped by human hands. From underground cities to sunrise balloon flights, this region tells the story of survival, creativity, and timeless beauty. Cappadocia's landscape and history remind us that human creativity and resilience can thrive even in the harshest environments. Whether seen from the ground or high above in a balloon, this ancient region continues to captivate the world with its blend of natural wonder and cultural heritage. Join the adventure with Travel with Glen. Get your daily dose of travel facts, hidden gems, and fascinating stories from around the world, all shared by someone who's been almost everywhere and seen it from many views. Subscribe and follow Travel with Glen for your next location inspiration, cultural insight, and a world of travel wisdom brought right to your feed. Don't just scroll, see the world through my eyes. I thank you for staying to the end.
Travel far and wide, let's take flight. See the world's wonders, day and night. From sandy beaches to mountain peaks, every adventure, a memory we keep. Join the journey, share the thrill.